Hello, body, it's Megalithic here, and today we're going to take a look at the latest car released as part of the Casino DLC, the Bravado Gauntlet Hellfire, ladies and gentlemen, retailing for a price of $745,000, I do believe, and there we go, a rather striking looking vehicle. Okay, so let's take it out onto the street and see how she handles. Right, okay, went straight up the cliff to start with, didn't we? Okay, that's perhaps an indication of rather shoddy handling, but I'm sure we'll get to see as we head on down the Vinewood Hills here, ladies and gentlemen. Okie dokie, rightio, and having to come to a complete stop. Okay, not a good sign, I'm afraid. Nevertheless, we'll keep on, and we'll keep pushing on down the hill and see what happens here. Okay, got some air there, didn't we? Okay, coming to this bottom right-hand corner, see how she handles it here, and like an absolute pig. Right, okay, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's starting to shape up now, isn't it? Starting to become quite clear what's going on. This is a muscle car, and like most muscle cars, ladies and gentlemen, it has absolutely shocking handling, you know, and like many of them, it also has quite lackluster acceleration, you know. Okie dokie, so there we go. Right, going into Cinecam for absolutely no reason, and now we're going to hit something. Okay, so right out the box, what do we say, ladies and gentlemen? Well, if you like muscle cars, then you might well like this one, you know. As you may be aware, if you've seen any of my other videos, not a big fan, to be quite frank with you. Do prefer the European style sports car, you know, or supercar, as opposed to these heavy lumbering sort of clumbersome muscle cars. But there we go. Some people like some, I don't, that's for certain. Okay, well, either way, we'll take them all, take it on inside to the custom auto shop and get it upgraded. Now, at this during this stage of the video, ladies and gentlemen, as always, we will be going at double speed just to hurry things along somewhat, but still hopefully giving you the chance to have a look at some of the more aesthetic stylings that can be affected to the vehicle. And if we go, we're going through some of them right now, and perhaps one of the upsides to this particular vehicle, ladies and gentlemen, like I say, is really rather cheap, you know, under $1 million, and it does have quite a lot of variations when it comes to customization. We're not going to include them all here now, you know, but there are, like I say, quite a lot, you know, and it's sort of in terms of personalization or customization, there's a lot of work with. It's a two-tone color, as you can see, and the two-tone color with the liveries and all the other options there really do give you quite a lot to play around with. So if you like customizing vehicles, this one may be for you, but one mustn't expect much in way of performance of the vehicle. As I say, you know, it is a muscle car, so what can you expect, to be quite frank with you? Anyway, there we go, ladies and gentlemen, that's pretty much the customization over and done with, so let's take it back out onto the street and see how she handles with these modifications, see if she's any better. Okay, right, well, first off, ladies and gentlemen, yeah, it does the acceleration. It's not such a steep hill, but the acceleration there did feel a little bit better. Handling, okay, not entirely certain it's improved, to be quite frank with you. Okay, so maybe we got a little bit more top speed out of it now. We got a little bit more acceleration, I do believe. And okay, trying to grip the corner around there, and unfortunately, the camera cut out, effectively speaking, and I slammed into a wall. Okay, never mind, it's a shame we've lost that corner, but we'll go on down here. Right, going to the cine camera, that's not a clever idea, and that's what's bound to happen, don't you know? Okay, we'll try this left-hand corner and see what happens here, and sliding straight off and into a tree. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, there we go. So what's the rear view? Like I say, for the money, if you like customization, you like muscle cars, certainly go ahead and buy it, you know. But its driving is quite shocking, you know. Poor acceleration, poor top speed, and terrible handling. Okay, now, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. First off, we're going to take it to the track, and we're going to put it up against the Bravado Gauntlet Classic, its older sister, you know. Actually, a very recent car to be released, also part of the Casino DLC, don't you know, but obviously based upon a classic Gauntlet or a classic Charger, if that's what it's supposed to be, not entirely certain. Okay, so here we go. What do we get? Right, they're very similar in price range, I do believe. Certainly under the million, I do believe, both of these vehicles. And as you can see, yes, the Hellfire is certainly, yes, well, it's just stormed it, hasn't it? Absolutely destroyed it, there's no question there. So now we're going to try it against the standard Gauntlet, ladies and gentlemen. Now this vehicle, as all the other vehicles, have been fully upgraded, you know, and that's the Gauntlet Hellfire up against the Gauntlet, and Yes, there we go. Okay, so there is a difference, ladies and gentlemen. You're not just buying another gauntlet with a fancy name and a bit more styling. It has quite clearly got a much more improved, much more performance, ladies and gentlemen. Highly improved acceleration, top speed compared to the original gauntlet, but the original gauntlet was a car you could steal off the street, as I did with this car before I upgraded it, you know. Okay, so there we go. Right, ladies and gentlemen, we're not going to mess around now. The question is this Bravado Gauntlet Hellfire actually a competitive vehicle? And there's only one way to sort that out, and that's to pull out Big Daddy Z, or the Pegassi Zentorno. Now that's Mr. Raccoon driving it there. His name's the Bromby. If you go and check out the Bromby on YouTube, that's his channel. Why don't you go and have a look at that? And like I say, $725,000 for the Zentorno, $745,000 for the Hellfire, ladies and gentlemen. Is it a competitive vehicle? Is it hell? Right, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. So there you go, that pretty much settles it. It's a muscle car. Doesn't go fast, doesn't accelerate fast, handles like an absolute sack of shit, you know. So should you buy it? Well, you know, if you like gauntlets, I actually do, to be quite frank with you, and I'm quite glad I've got it. But if you're looking for a competitive vehicle, no. Anyway, I do hope you enjoyed this video, and thank you for watching.